party went to the extent of calling international agencies not to help the government in the wake of that climate disaster. So, unfortunately, the behavior that PTI has been demonstrating has been very unethical, undemocratic, and purely fascist. And we are reminded how in history demagogues have caused destruction to their societies. But Pakistan will not be allowed to become hostage to such politics of demagoguery or fascism. We are a democratic country. If Imran Khan feels that he has been unfairly arrested, he can prove his innocence before the court of law, just as we did. I proved my innocence before court of law. All the leaders from opposition, they contested their cases before courts. That is the democratic way. But this is no way that you start inciting people for violence, you cause destruction in the country, you cause loss to the economy, and you try to bring bad image to the country internationally. So I just wanted to clarify this, that Mr. Imran Khan does not face any political vendetta, he does not face any political victimization, he faces the accountability for his own misdeeds of corruption in which he indulged. And we are witness, because in cabinet secretary testified that this agreement which they presented to UK authorities to transfer the money instead of Government of Pakistan account to Supreme Court account to settle private persons' fine, this agreement was never shown to the cabinet meeting. Cabinet secretary said the meeting had concluded and Mr. Imran Khan just shared an sealed envelope that this is an important agreement and cabinet should approve it. And when some of the cabinet ministers questioned that at least we should be shown, they were snubbed. So this is how, in a very opaque manner, in a very non-transparent manner, he carried out this fraud, embezzlement, graft, and now he's not willing to be held accountable, something which he has been demanding for everyone in this country. But it seems that Mr. Khan believes in accountability of 220 million Pakistanis, but not for himself, not for his party. This is not democracy, this is not rule of law, this is fascism. Thank you.
Sir, is your government is considering following yesterday's arson attacks, number one? Number two, is your government going to take any action against Mr. Malik Riaz, the main beneficiary of this case, and he is said to be close friend of PDM leadership?
First of all, the security agencies will present their report, and whatever they recommend, government will act accordingly. But let me say that we cannot have double standards in this country. That for some people, you hold them accountable even if they burn a police post. And for others, even they do much more daring acts and the state shuts its eyes. This will create implications. This will have implications for Pakistan. So there will be one law. Anyone who takes law into their hand, anyone who acts in a manner which is anti-state, the actions that PTI followers were committing yesterday were not against the government. They were against the people of Pakistan and they were against the state of Pakistan because they targeted important state institutions. They targeted important state infrastructure. They targeted schools. This is not acceptable at all. We have fought a great war against terrorists who used to burn our schools, who used to stop our girls from going to schools. And today, PTI is doing the same thing. It is burning schools to deny education to our children. We cannot allow this kind of behavior. And all those who are involved in the case will be investigated by the NAB. You can ask this question to NAB because they are dealing with this case, but I am sure that they will carry out justice and anyone who is related to this crime will be investigated.
So, why the security of such important buildings was not ensured by that?
You see, this was done very spontaneously, and because these normally in 75 years, people have not crossed the red lines. some of these institutions. For example, during Zia martial law, People's Party went through a lot of persecution, but you don't find that People's Party workers crossed that red line anywhere. During Musharraf martial law, pml-n went through worst persecution, but no one ever crossed that red line, because end of the day, these are our state institutions. If we weaken them, we also strengthen non-state actors who are trying to destabilize Pakistan. So Pakistan needs to preserve its security institutions, respect them. So therefore, it was not really expected that anything like this would happen. And I think PTI yesterday crossed many red lines.
Sir, how many people have been arrested in the yesterday riots? Do you have a number?
The provincial, these incidents have taken place in provinces. So provincial government and provincial law and order agencies are taking stock of the situation and also apprehending the culprits. They are trying to recognize them through video images and trying to gather their record. But let me assure you that we cannot allow such precedents to be repeated.
And can you please also add in this that how many people were killed or injured during the violence?
Ministry of Interior will, I think, give a statement about that.
Any idea about the number of people arrested yesterday?
I don't have exact figures because it is in the domain of provincial governments. So we can get numbers from them and share with you.
Can you tell us about the security plan for the next coming days? Because
Yeah, government is taking all the necessary security precautions. And as you know that these violence incidents were not outpour of any public demonstration. These were targeted demonstrations planned by Mr. Imran Khan himself, by his own party workers. So these demonstrations or violent actions by no means show that there was any public support for their cause or their call. These were rank and file of PTI workers who had been given these tasks. Most of their Punjab Assembly ticket holders were told to bring people. So this was an organized attack on government buildings, on state infrastructure by PTI, and well rehearsed and well planned under the supervision of Mr. Imran Khan, who was fearing that they may be, his arrest may be coming in coming days. So to, protect himself from such arrest, he had carried out detailed meetings and plans for his own workers to put up such kind of actions to create fear amongst government departments not to touch him. No person in Pakistan is untouchable. Every person in Pakistan is accountable before law. So Imran Khan may be a big superstar or maybe a big celebrity. If he says that he is above constitution, he is above law, he is above accountability, he is mistaken. And my request to his followers is that if you truly believe in the cause of rule of law, if you truly believe in the cause of accountability, then set an example and have the confidence. If you believe that this case is based on mala fide, if this case is not true, then he will be set free by the courts. But if he is guilty, then you cannot protect his corruption by such violent acts. You are also becoming guilty of protecting his corruption and causing damage to the state properties. Thank you very much.
वफाकी वज़ीर मनसूबाबंदी अहसन इकबाल न्यूज़ कॉन्फ्रेंस कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि अगर पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ के मानने वाले वाकई कानून की बालादस्ती पर यकीन रखते हैं तो उन्हें चाहिए कि कानून का एहतराम